Testing 1, 2, 3. We are live on our Wednesday night stream, and
the world's best.
Let me just. All right, there we go. How's it going, everybody? It's Wednesday, and it's November, the day before Thanksgiving, and we are live. Gonna do a little live stream, so feel free to do Q&A, all that. I just finished doing a quick little video outside in the rain. Yeah, we'll wait for some more people to jump on here. Oh, look at that! I just went live like less than a minute ago. We already got 2 likes. Just log right on and like the stream before we even know what it's about. I like that. How's it going, guys? How's it going? All right, so tonight we're gonna watch. Oh, I should have put that in the stream title, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can edit that while we're Wednesday live chat. How about? There we go. Let me save that. New title is up. All right, I put a notification up there on my Instagram. And let's see. Linda's in the car. Be careful. Don't look at this. Only listen. All right, guys. So I'm going to show some old movie, just a couple old movies tonight, and they are home movies. Yes. Okay. So I don't know. Like it's not often that I get really inspired to do something like I did when I started this channel, The Vegan Zombie. I was really inspired there. That's probably the most inspired I've ever been to do something. I created something that I couldn't live without. I was passionate about. I woke up each day to like work on what I created, and that's probably the most I've been inspired to do. But every once in a while, like you lose the spark to be inspired to do things. You've been doing the same thing, and in my case here on YouTube for my channel for about 12 years, and it can get exhausting trying to figure out what new content I'm going to do, and putting content up that you think is good that is just like kind of failing as far as the algorithm goes, not getting them out to anybody and seeing the views fall and stuff. So plus we got this pandemic going on. I think we can all relate to that. But anyway, yeah, I've always in the past, before YouTube, before the days of YouTube, I've really been inspired to make videos or short movies around music, certain songs and stuff. I can listen to a song and then in my brain know exactly what I want to film and when I want to, like that kind of thing. That's how I came up with the end scene of my movie, which is yet to come. Pandemic. But then YouTube came around, and you can't use popular songs because they take the video down, they take the song down, they copyright you, they strike you. So you can't do that. So there's only so many royalty-free songs that really resonate with me, where I can listen to the song and say, there's a few, but I don't know. For those of you who know, I've been doing TikTok. I started TikTok early this year, back in February. I never really promoted it. I just kind of did them here and there, never really consistently, just, So anyway, TikTok, you can use different songs and stuff. And I had an idea last week to do something. Oh, what do we got here? We got a couple bots in here. Yeah. Where's my moderators? Probably driving right now, right? Let's see. How do you remove this? We need some moderators coming in. All I can see is remove. I don't have time to do. How do I get rid of somebody? Get them out of here. Report. Unwanted spam. There we go. Okay. Well, anyway, if we have a moderator in here, get rid of these guys. No, you didn't miss anything. I'm talking about what I've been doing lately. Okay, enough is enough here. Get this out of here. Hide user. All right, hopefully that's... Wow. Okay, so hopefully that's enough of that. Put let's see, put user in timeout. Like, okay, so let's get rid of all that stuff now. Make me lose my train of thought here. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, so TikTok allows you to use different songs, and I heard a song called "Home" that I never probably would have used before, but it was something that I'm like, oh, you know what? And I just had a video run through my brain. So what I did, some of you probably have already seen it because I did share this on my TikTok. And you know what? I've been just posting random things on TikTok. Usually my dogs, not all, but most of them are my dogs, and I'll put those in there, and they'll get like over 1,000 views. It's weird. But anyway, so I did this one where I actually put a lot of time and effort and editing into it, and it only got like 50 views. I'm like, what? I thought it was going to do really well because it's something that everybody could, like relate to or appreciate. But it didn't. So I went ahead and I shared it on my Instagram. It got decent views on Instagram and even on my Facebook. But I think the most interaction I had was I never ever post anything. So I post things for like a living, on the Vegan Zombie. But personally, I rarely post anything. I've always been that way. So on my personal Facebook, I decided to post it. And I've had friends that I haven't talked to in forever. Everybody just commenting on this video. What is going on here? Somebody's putting a lot of bots on here. You're just wasting your time. So anyway. Yeah, so the theme of the video was, the TikTok is, you can only do 60 seconds. So if I was really to do this video, it would have been a lot longer. Some of the scenes would have been longer so you could enjoy them. But I had to get as much in there in 60 seconds, and you'd be surprised. Sometimes 60 seconds seems like too long of a video for TikTok. But for this one that I was doing, it didn't seem like enough time. So what I did, and if anybody wants to go see it before, it's only a minute long, go over to my TikTok, the Vegan Zombie without an E. I just posted one tonight too that, I did this like 10 years ago, but I just did it again tonight and I thought it was funny. So if you guys want to check that one out, check it out. But the one before that is the one we're talking about here. If you want to go check it out real quick, and then come back, it's only a minute long. And it is on my Instagram account too. It's the last one on my Instagram account. But I know that not everybody sees my posts. So anyway, go check it out if you want. The theme is home. So I had an idea to go back to my home where I grew up. And my dad, I was lucky enough because my dad has always had a movie projector, a movie camera, movie projector ever since I was a little kid. And he would take movies of me and my siblings growing up. And all those movies still exist. And I went through the time a couple years ago to take a box of those movies out. I mean, there's just hours and hours and hours. I haven't even gone through them all. But, the main ones that I really liked, and I hooked it up to the projector. You got the film going through the projector. And I transferred them as best as I could to my camcorder, and then I put them onto my computer. So I have a lot of old movie footage, and and I remembered some, key movies that I liked. And I went over to my house last week, and I didn't tell my dad or my mom what I was doing. I basically just knew what I was going to do, and I got some different shots of me standing in different parts. Like I first started out in my front yard, and I took some shots of me out there, and then I took some shots of me out on the step. I'm going to show you what I did. Then I went inside, and I took some different shots of the house that I grew up in. And then I had my dad get in the frame, and he had no idea why I was asking him to be in the frame. Got a nice little video of him smiling, and then I got one of my mom and me standing in the living room, and you know, she smiled. I look at her, she smiles at me. I already know what I'm about to do, so like I already know, but they don't know what the heck I'm about to do. And I even asked my dad, I'm like, do you have any idea what I'm doing? And he said something like, what are you making a video of a ghost? I'm like, no, not really. Maybe Ghost of Christmas Past. No, no, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with Christmas either. So anyway, I put these videos together, and I want to show you some of what I did here. Because what I was doing was I was showing where I am now. And then I'm going back a long time, like literally 40 years. I'm going back to 1979, 1980, 1981, and I'm showing, you know, my life back then with my parents in their youth. And it's kind of like a heart-wrenching video. So, and it goes perfect with the song called Home. So that's what I wanted to show you guys today, because there's one really cool coincidence that I didn't plan at all, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so the first thing I did in this video was I pulled up to the house, and there's some funny things behind it too, so I'll just kind of show you. Okay, so let's pull this up over here. Okay, so there's me down at the bottom, there's me up at the top. Okay, so I kind of went over here in my front yard. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's my dad opening the front door and then closing it when he sees I'm making a video. So it's windy out, and you know, I just kind of stood there in my front yard, and I kind of looked down over where I'm about to show you. This happened many years ago, right here. Okay, so this is a picture of me and my friends, and my dad. That's the same house, the same. I got the garage in there and everything. I am, if you can't guess which one's me, I'm right here. And my dad pretty much helped us. We helped him. My dad pretty much made Voltron. And as you can see, it's about 6 feet tall. And it was, you know, the talk of my neighborhood. The kids on the school bus were like, oh my God, they got Voltron. Voltron was one of my favorite cartoons. And so we went out there in a snowy winter day and we made Voltron. And we had a really fun time there. And then, so then I wanted to show that video. Where's the video? The video's right here of me standing in the same spot right here. So that's the first thing that I did. I wanted to show that. Yeah, I'm the second one in with the football shirt number on the shirt there. So there's the picture there. This is just a couple days ago. And there it is back then. And I would say this is probably 1985, maybe 1985. I don't know how old they look there. Maybe 9 or 10, something like that. I was wearing my moon boots. And these are the neighbors. These two right here are twins. And these three on the top were brothers. And this was my other neighbor across the street, lived right next to them. So that was the first thing that I did. The second thing was even cooler, because the second one, hold on, let me pull it up. This one was kind of funny, but I didn't have the sound right on my... Okay, so hold on, let me bring this one up. Let me pause it. So here I am here, basically looking down. Now, this is kind of funny because, hold on a second here. You see me down here? This little doorbell thing here, that's a doorbell camera that my parents recently got within the last few months. And if they see movement on it, they can pull it up on their phone and they can talk through this. So if there's somebody at the door, they can talk to whoever's at the door and, you know, say, hey, drop it off here or whatever. Anyway, here I am standing here doing this video, and all of a sudden I hear my mom talking to me. She's not home. She's at my brother's house, and she starts talking to me. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making a video. And I'm like, you got to be quiet. I'm making a video. What are you making a video about? And so that was pretty funny. This is me actually doing it. But I had a weird setting on my. I didn't have my microphone plugged into my camera, so you can't really hear it. It's very low. My onboard. Anyway, it's a setting that I have. So anyway, here I am standing right here on the front step a couple days ago. And the one that is going to correspond, this one is right here. I need to put on my headphones for this because we're going to see where I was standing on my first day of school, kindergarten, and we're going to listen to what I say and what my dad says to me. When I'm so glad that my dad took the time to make these movies for me, or for, you know, the family. But here I am. I don't know what year this. I don't remember what year I started school. It was I think it was 1980 or 81. Anyway, here it is. It's a little hard to hear.
Where are you going, Chris?
Let's go.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, good luck for the next 12 years. Goodbye. Are you going with Daddy?
I don't know how the sound setting was, but were you all able to hear that okay? He asked where I'm going to school and good luck for the next 12 years. So that's me in present day looking down on a memory of me as a little kid. And that's what I wanted to do with this. I can't show you the full video because the music will be, I'll get a copyright strike. But if you want to see the video that I made to the music, go check out my TikTok or my Instagram or Facebook. We could hear. Okay, so let's finish the clip.
Chris, what are you going to do when you grow up?
I'm going to be a football player, first a baseball player, then a football player, and then a policeman, and then an astronaut.
Good boy.
Did you get all that? My dad just said, good boy. I know at one point, I guess it wasn't on this one, I did say I wanted to be Spider-Man, so there's that too. But I wanted to be like a baseball player, a football player, which I hated sport. I didn't mind baseball, but I hated football. But back then, I guess I wanted to be a police officer and an astronaut. You know, I didn't do any of them, but.
Well, you have a good time at school.
And now I walk. Now you can see how old this is. Look at the cars. I don't know. That's like a 79 something or a 70 something. I don't know if anybody's like good at cars, but and then the van was a 1979 van, and you know, we had that all growing up. And the neighborhood, that was the neighborhood, the stone driveway at that point. I used a cover of the song Home, because that's what this is about, is going home. So anyway, I look down at myself and then I walk away, and then in the video here, I end up, I take my hood off and I look down at my younger self here, and is that coming up? Can you guys all see that? Yes, you can see that. And then after I show myself walk away as a little kid, I walk out of frame as an adult. I guess I'm still a kid. But then the next thing that I do is I go in the house. Okay. Let me find which one is which here. So I'm over here. I look down. This is our living room. I look down, and this one, I think I cut this out of the video because I didn't have enough time, and there was two scenes that I really, really wanted to be in the video. So I don't think this scene made it, but if it was going to, I'm looking down, and I'm looking at this. There we are, the family. This is probably 1988 or 89, because my sister's right here and she was born in like 84. But yeah, this is all of us. This is yeah. I'm about as old as my dad is right there, like me now. So then we're gonna move on to, I did this one right here. This is a vertical video here.
Rambo.
Okay, ready? Okay, so this is my dad, and I had, this is the corner out by the backyard, kitchen corner. So there's my dad right there. Notice there's a broom right there in the background. There was a broom, and there was like a little pack of Pepsi. So I moved the Pepsi out of the way, but I'm like, the broom's perfect, and they don't normally keep the broom there. It just happened to be there. And that was perfect. And I didn't set it up like this at all, but I already knew the shot that I wanted. My dad has no idea what I'm trying to do right here. This is my dad now. And then this part, I love this part. This is hold on. So this is a movie of my dad singing Frosty the Snowman with a broom in the exact same spot. Probably 1980. I'd say 1980.
So when they put it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was a happy
There's the broom.
boy, and came to town one Wednesday, which hardly out of home. Down to the village, with some sticks in his hand. Come on, Brewster. Come on. You sing for us, you sing too. And what are you carrying in his hand? What are you carrying in his hand? Broom.
I mean, it's a faded movie, but that's my dad. That's my brother Pat. That's not me. That's my dad and Pat. But the broom was there. It was perfect. I guess my mom was filming this. It wasn't on a tripod. That is the same exact spot as I just showed you right here.
Rambo.
Okay, ready? And there's my dad. He had no idea why I shot that video. My dad was only 32, 33, somewhere around there in the original video. So that was many, 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 many years ago. No, it wasn't the same broom. That would be amazing if it was, but I wouldn't be surprised in their house some of the things that they keep for that long, but not the same broom. Okay, so that was one of the main shots that I definitely wanted in this video. And then what else do we have here? What else did I get? You know, some of the scenes didn't make it, but I show, you know, okay, here's the other one where I think this is it. Okay, so this is a shot of the living room, and basically I'm looking at the camera, and then, okay, so here I go. Get in your stance, Chris. Now, ready? Look behind you. Look behind you and think about all those memories that you had in that room right there, and then I ended up, I didn't have enough time to put a bunch of movies in this part, so I use, like, here's me opening Super Mario Brothers 2 for Christmas, and I'm literally right where, you know, where myself now is looking. This is the living room. Here is a picture of me and my brother Brian. That's Katie's dad. What else? Here we are. Here we all sitting by the window, the whole family on Christmas morning. This has to be 1985, I think. Yeah, 1985. No, it might be 1984. Yeah, it's Christmas 1984. Here I am. That's Brian in the background. There's my dad over here. That's me. Some of these didn't make it. Here's me, my mom and dad, and notice I have this old camera in my hand with a flash cube on there. If you guys are old as me, you guys know what flash cubes are. If you're really young, you probably don't know what that is. It's a cube that goes up, and then that flash is done, and then it goes over to the next one. I think there's 4 or 5. I think maybe 4 of them on each cube, and then you got to take it off and put a new one. That's how you had to take pictures if you needed a flash. And then there's another picture right next to it where I'm making a stupid face. We're all looking at the camera. So my dad's exactly 30 years older than me. His birthday's like 4 days in front of mine too. So whatever age I am, my dad's exactly 30 years ahead of that. So here I am playing Candyland, thinking really hard what my next move was going to be. This is in the kitchen. There I am on Easter Sunday. This is when we first moved in the house. That's my brother Pat crawling through the furniture as we were moving in 1979. Oh, yeah, all these memories. So I put all, there's me and the fam eating dinner together. And what else do we got? What else do we have here? So anyway, that takes me to the last video that I put in my video, and that was, where is it? It's right here.
I want to do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute it because my mom's talking. I don't know if she wants. She doesn't.
Over more.
She didn't really want to be in it, so she's like, okay. So I'm like, okay. So this is the living room, and here I am. She has no idea why she's on camera. I'm like, I only need you on camera for like 5 seconds, Mom. That's all I need. Okay, so I look at her. I think I do another one. I do one more. Yep, one more. This is the take that I used. Okay, I probably should use the other one because I was cropped out. I look at her. She's laughing. She has no idea. That's all I needed. She had no idea. Okay, and then this. I can't play the music here because it is a popular song. Okay, this is when we first moved in our house. This is 1979. I can't play the song. For anybody that knows the oldie songs, the name of the song that is playing right now is Soldier Boy. Not to be confused with Soulja Boy, but Soldier Boy. Oh my little soldier boy. And she's dancing with me and my brother, which she can't do anymore because, we're taller than her now. But at one point in life we weren't, and this is the same living room that I just looked at her and she looked at me, and we go back 41, almost 42 years. And here we are. There's my mom. I'm in the red, my brother's in the white, and my mom's dancing with us. And I remember that. I remember that. Not just because it's a movie, but I remember her dancing with us like this. So I wish I could. Here, I'll give you like a 3 seconds of the song. That's the song. I can't play it though, more than 3 seconds. In the song it says, "You are my first love," what? That's, the love of a mother. So anyway, that's my video that I put together. Go check it out. Go check it out on TikTok if you have TikTok, and throw me a comment or a like. And if you don't have TikTok, go check it out on somewhere else, Facebook or Instagram. And so that I just wanted to talk about that, and kind of the coincidence with the broom. And that's what I did. I was inspired to do this. I wish it was a little bit longer, but it can only be 60 seconds. But the song that I pair it up with, I think it just really works really good because it's about home, and this is my home. This is me growing up. Hold on a second. That's that. So that's what I did the other day, and I want to find more things that I can. I'll probably do more things like that. Where when I get inspired, I really get inspired to make something, and I hate it when I'm feeling like uninspired, and like I just don't want to do anything because I feel like everything is not good enough, and I've been in that slump. So I don't know. I filmed the video today that I don't think I'm even going to post. It was a nature walk and I told the story, but I don't like it. So if I don't post it in the next few hours, I'm not going to post it. I'll redo it. I'll do another one. So for those of you that have seen it, then some of you are saying that you liked it. The song choice was good. And I had never heard that song before. I just heard it on TikTok. And sometimes when I hear you can save songs on TikTok and redo things to those, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to share it like that. That's the whole point of it. So when I hear songs that I'm really gonna like, that I could make something with, I save them, and then I end up doing a video with them. Kind of like the video I just did like an hour ago. Go check that one out too. It's only on TikTok. I'll probably eventually post it on Instagram and stuff, but am I seeing my family tomorrow? I'm only seeing my brother because everybody else canceled. My parents are going to stay home. My other brother and sister-in-law are going to stay home. I just hung out with my brother Pat a couple days ago, and I'm just going to go over there. It's going to be about five people. He's got 2 kids and a wife. 6 people. Okay, so yeah, that's all I really had to say tonight in this live stream. If anybody has any questions, I can take these off now. Oh, dinosaurs are awesome. I should show you another video. I have another video of. I went through all my old movies, and there's another video of us sitting down. We used to do this like every night. We spent good quality time with the parents, and every night we would sit down at the table, as you saw, as little as I was, probably kindergarten, first grade, and it was me and my brother, and we would take out this construction paper that my dad would take home, and we would draw and color with Dad. And on that one particular video, which I have somewhere here, I can't play it because there's music in the background. The music is perfect too. It's the theme music for the original Cosmos. How can you get like that? Hearing the music from that album with the Carl Sagan Cosmos is pure nostalgia for me. Anyway, we're listening to that at the kitchen table, and the theme was we were coloring, and I remember we were making like a dinosaur landscape, and I was like, my dad said, "Are we gonna make tonight? We'll make dinosaur plants." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to make dinosaur plants." So my dad's like, "All right, I'm gonna make a dinosaur plant," and he took a piece of paper and he rolled it into a cone, and he goes, Now that doesn't look. Now if that doesn't look like a dinosaur plant, I don't know what does. Does that look like a dinosaur plant to you? And I'm like, no. But yeah, I'm glad I have all these videos, all these movies from when I was little. There's also one of me meeting or about to meet Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. So yeah, I loved dinosaurs as a kid. I knew all about dinosaurs, well, from what they told us. Play Last of Us now. Hey, I didn't see if you wrote me back, but I wrote to you on Discord about the Streamlabs on this. I tried to get it working, and then at the end when I tried to, well, anyway, I'll talk to you about that if you message me there. Well, we didn't get a camcorder until later on. Later on, we got a camcorder. But we're talking about, like, I mean, my dad had a movie camera before. My dad had a movie camera when he was young. So he had one with black and white movies, and then he ended up getting a Super 8, and he took movies of everything, you know, all the way, you know, up to when I was born. And so I have movies of my complete youth growing up, which is amazing because not everybody has that. And that is one of the main reasons I got into wanting to do movies and videos. You know, we used that until camcorders came out, and then we got a camcorder with VHS, and then, you know, and I remember being, I don't know what grade I was in. I was in, like, maybe what grade was it? First or second? I think it was second grade. Second grade, and there was a kid in my class that had, I think it was Fisher Price, a Fisher Price camcorder. And you think about that for a second, you're like, what? Fisher Price, like, camcorder? No, it was a working camcorder, and it was a black and white camcorder. And he had one of those, and we went on a field trip. And I remember I wanted one so bad. And I didn't get one, but I really wanted one. But that just solidified my interest in making movies. So, you know, and I've told this video too, and I don't want to tell too much because this is another story I want to tell. But anyway, when I was 16 years old, I got a job, and I worked all summer just like all my friends. And, you know, what do you buy at 16? You know, all my friends, we want to buy a car. You know, that's the main thing a 16-year-old wants to buy is a car. And I was saving up my money to buy a car, and at the last minute, I took all my money and I bought a camcorder. Because you got to remember, back then, we didn't have these. I mean, everybody has a way to take a video today, it seems, just right there on our phones. That didn't exist back then. So if you wanted to take movies or videos of something, you needed to buy a camcorder. And they were expensive. I had to save up, like, all my money that summer. And I think I spent, like, $650, $700 on what would now be considered a really crappy camcorder. But state of the art back then. And I brought it around everywhere. I brought it to school. I've got some videos of school. Yeah. My friend bought the car, and I just drove around with him. And I filmed everything. And now, looking back, I'm glad I didn't buy the car. I'm glad I bought the memories. Because I have all those videos somewhere. I have a lot. It's going to take me a long time, but I have boxes of videotapes that I need to put on my computer. Not to mention the movies and stuff like that. And I want to preserve everything because, you know, I have so many on my computer right now. We could go over them, but, you know, I like to look at them first to see what's what, and then put them in a little queue, and then pull them up for you guys when we do a live like I did today. I wonder if that probably doesn't exist anymore, but I'm sure if somebody found it, it'd probably be worth something. The Fisher Price one there. All your movies are Super 8. Yeah, we have a lot of Super 8, and before the Super 8, we had whatever that was before that, just the regular film, 8mm. And I have both my dad's old, you know, cameras and stuff, but it's obsolete to get it developed now, you know, like in order to get it developed, you have to like send it into Kodak. I don't even know if they'll still do it. But back then, if you guys remember, if you're old as me or older, you know that if you took pictures with your camera or movies, you would go to, like, for us, it was this little booth in the middle of a parking lot of a supermarket, and you would pull up and you would drop your film off, and then they would take it, and then you would go pick it up like a week later, and they would have your film for you, and you'd have your pictures or your movie. And that's how you did it back then. Or you would take it into the store. But I remember those film drop-off booths. Oh, you do have the Fisher-Price one, Angela. That's awesome. If you can find that and take a picture and send me like a picture of it, that would be cool. Send it on Instagram or something. Yeah, I want to start doing that. I want to start uploading all my old movies. And I don't know if I should start a new channel to do that or if I should just do it on this one. But I've got a ton of stuff that I want to, and I've been filming a lot of stories with my dad too. But yeah, this is stuff that I like. I never knew at the time. Like back then, I was embarrassed to have my friends see my movies, but now as I'm older, looking back, like those were priceless. If only I could go back in time and revisit some of those memories and times. I can always revisit the memories, but like go back there and just kind of observe. That'd be pretty awesome. The photo mat. Save on drugstore. Yeah, the drugstores would all do it. I remember it was Rite Aid, Phase. Now those don't even exist. Well, Rite Aid still exists some places. Oh, we got a lurker here. Hi, Rebalancer. Good morning. Thank you, Oren. You too. Yeah, I do have Facebook too, and you can just send it to me on the Vegan Zombie Facebook. Do I still get food cravings, and for what? Oh yeah, I always get food cravings, but it's never for anything that's not vegan, if that's what you're asking. That's long in the past. I don't crave anything that's not vegan. It all depends. Like, if I want like real food, not junk candy and stuff like that. I don't know. I might crave some. I don't know. It's different. I might crave pizza or a burger or a sandwich or sometimes just a simple like peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes it's fruit, watermelon, mango, oranges. I love if you have a good orange. I love to snack on oranges. I actually just had like 3 of them last night. Sometimes I'm in the mood for ramen, and sometimes I just want some chocolate. And sometimes a smoothie is pretty much my go-to every morning. It fills me up, it's satisfying, and it's healthy. So I usually go with the smoothie in the morning. I didn't have one this morning, though. No, wait, did I? Yes, I think I did. I lied, I did. Oh, no, you mean non-vegan? No, absolutely not. There's nothing I see it for what it is, and it's disgusting to me. I can't see why. I can't understand people eating some of the things. Like, it's been so far removed from my life. It's been a long time. I will admit, when I first went vegan, I detached myself from anything that wasn't vegan, but I still craved like cheese pizza. I don't anymore. Like, there's nothing. Like, it's purely disgusting to me to think about eating something that is not vegan. It's not food to me. Yeah, Cara oranges are one of my favorites, and like the blood orange. You're craving chili right now? We have a really good chili recipe. It's a really good one, yeah. Wow. Now you got me craving some chili. I gotta make some food. I think I might make some food for a video for my Thanksgiving, I guess. I made some really good potatoes too, and I'll probably make those again. Making the taters. You like my taters? You like my taters, Elvie? Does anybody know what that quote is from? I'll be surprised if anybody here knows it. Do you like my taters, Elvie? You like my taters, Elvie? Because my whole family says it, because I was the one that started that trend a long time ago, and now they all, every time there's taters, they all say it, and they all say, you like my taters, Elfie? I'm like, Mom, it's not Elfie, it's Elvie, like Elvin. It's Elvin, Elvie, Elvie. Does anyone know? Probably not. I'll tell you guys. It's from a movie that I used to like when I was little called Savannah Smiles. Go check it out. It's a good movie. Are you guys hearing an echo? Hold on. I hope not. Oh, now, how about now? No, sorry about that. I hope you guys didn't hear an echo this whole time. Hopefully there's no more echo. No more echo. Echo. Has anyone seen that movie, by the way, Savannah Smiles? Is it better? Okay, thank you. You should have told me earlier. Like, I had to set up a new, anyway, I had to make new settings for this stream, so I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, that can be annoying. Sound is one of the most, if the sound isn't good, people are going to tune right out. So I hope that wasn't like that. It probably was. It was probably like that for the whole, well, this stream is ruined. I guess I'm going to have to delete it when we're done. Savannah Smiles came out in like the early 80s. And yeah, I remember I was watching HBO. We were watching, what were we watching? We were watching Rambo or something. Maybe it wasn't Rambo, but it was, we were watching, so I was with my best friend and we were watching that, and my best friend was like, you know, like we were like in the Army and A-Team and stuff like that, stuff like, like we're going to go out and play Army and roll around and do stuff like that. And then all of a sudden on HBO, it said, coming up next or blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden he got really weird. And he's like, I'm going to go home now. I'm like, what? Why? He's like, oh, there's just something I want to watch. I'm like, why don't we watch it here? What do you want to watch? And he was afraid to tell me what he wanted to watch because he thought I would make fun of him. I'm like, what do you want to watch? We'll watch whatever. And he's like, well, it's just this movie I want to watch. And finally he's like, well, it's the movie coming on right now, Savannah Smiles. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch it with you. And I watched it, and, it wasn't a movie like, that we're used to watching, like the A-Team or anything like that. And I loved it. It was an amazing movie. A little bit sad. And you know who was in it? Probably, well, if you guys remember the old Karate Kid, Pat Morita is in it. Anyway, what are we moving on to here? Well, let me read some of these questions. Sorry if I missed any of your questions here too, by the way. The echo made me sound like a voice of the vegan god. I didn't know there was such thing. But, yeah, it probably was very slight. I'm thinking of something like I changed the audio settings, which means the video I made today probably, because I did that, the sound probably didn't come out. Oh, Carissa loves Savannah Smiles. I'm so glad that somebody else here has seen that movie. I used to watch it in my friend's attic every weekend. It's so good, wasn't it? Bootsy. I don't know what people would think about it today, because, we're thinking about a movie that is from the 80s, like so different then than movies are even made differently now. But, Oh, there's a YouTuber called Savannah Smiles? Well, I wonder where she got the name from. My friend that I've been friends with like ever since we started kindergarten looked exactly like the girl that played Savannah Smiles. Yeah, it's a tearjerker. It really is. And the last line, I don't want to give anything away if you do want to see it, but the last line has always resonated with me. And do you guys want to hear it? Close your ears if you don't. It's an old enough movie. Nobody's gonna, if you want to watch it, close your ears real quick. The last thing that they say in the movie, I've always remembered it because the one guy says to the other guy, he says, I hope nobody tells her we were the bad guys. And he looks at him and he says, it won't make no difference. It won't make no difference. And he was right. It wouldn't make any difference. That video would probably go down a lot different today than it did back then. Just because times have changed, okay? Yeah. So, Emperor of the North Pole. I never saw that, no. You just did 250 squats? Right on. Awesome. Savannah Smiles, a YouTuber. I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know many. I've never really heard many people saying they've seen that movie. Okay, I'll give you a little. Okay, so the reason why I don't think this movie would go down well today is because this movie came out. I'll tell you what it's about. Let me just see what year it actually came out. Savannah, 1982, the same year E.T. came out. All right, so there's this little girl, and her parents are really, really, really rich. They're like the dad's like a senator or something. I could be wrong, but he's some political. She lives in a mansion, gets anything she wants, but she's not like that's not what she wants, and they don't give her any attention or love or anything like that. So she ends up running away. Now, while she's running away from her own birthday party, because nobody's paying attention to her, there's, on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's these really poor criminals that escape jail. Now, they're not violent criminals. They're not, they were like petty theft. And they escape jail. They're in a, rundown car, and they're pulled over. They're arguing with each other, and they don't realize it when they get back in the car. But Savannah, she wants to run away because nobody pays attention to her. So she kind of gets into their car in the back seat, and they have no idea. But they get pulled over by the cops. And when the cops come to the car, they're talking to her, they're talking, and they're like, oh no, like, we're criminals on the loose. Like, what are we going to do? And they're looking, and the cop sees the little girl in the background, and he's like, she's cute. Is that your daughter? And then they look back and they see her, and they look back at the cop, and they're like, and they're like, they had to like make something up. So they have no idea why there's this girl, but the cop believes them and takes off. They didn't want to say like they didn't know, because they would have got arrested anyway, because they just escaped jail. So now they're in possession of this girl, and then they find out that there's a huge reward out for the missing girl, but she doesn't want to leave it. So they want this reward. But while they want the reward, they end up bonding and making a friendship. And these two criminals, they're good people. They show that they're good people that went to jail for something stupid like petty theft. It wasn't armed robbery, nothing like that. But anyway, so now you got these two people that actually have a bond with this little girl, and they pay more attention to her than her own parents did. So near the end of the movie, well, I won't tell you the end, but anyways, it's a tearjerker. I don't think the movie would go down the same way today, because things are different today. They'd probably just shoot him. Or arrest him really, really, whatever. Anyway, watch the movie if you can find it. It's a 1982 film. No, this movie was never remade. That would be cool if it was remade. Yeah, I don't know if they could remake that one. I don't know. I just feel like, with things are different today. They really are. I mean, people are more antisocial. At the same time, they're social over the internet, but not in person, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, back when I was younger, the phone would ring, the phone at your house, the dial rotary phone would ring, and you'd run to be the first one to answer. You have no idea who's calling you, and you'd be like, hello, who's it? Who's calling? Oh, Mom, it's for you. Today, when somebody calls me on the phone that I don't know the number, I don't answer the phone. It's so weird. It's so weird today how things are like that. You guys know what I mean. Anybody that's, probably, 30 or above, 40 or above? Verdict disappointing. Freaky Friday. No, I've definitely heard of Lonesome Dove, but I don't think I've ever seen Lonesome Dove. The short story by O. Henry? No. Yeah, we did, Linda. Like people back then, we used to go outside to play, and I'll come home when the street lights are on, and your mom would not know where you are. My mom didn't know where I was. In order to find us, she'd ask, the other kids, if you see Chris, tell him I'm looking for him. And that's what would happen. Like, oh, by the way, Chris, your mom's looking for you. Oh, yeah, she wants you to come home right now. Oh, man. All right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit. And I'd ride my bike back home. Mom, just get in here because, your father's going to be home soon and we're going to have dinner. So weird, I mean, that's not how life is today. They want you. They text you. They don't even call you. They text you. Not like I'm complaining because I'm one of those people that would text and not call. Unless it's my mom. I'll call my mom. Hello? Stardust Sky. I did get a box. I haven't opened it yet. Should I open it? Should I open it tonight? I was going to do it on a video, but I don't know. I never know what people send me. So, you know what? I'll open it after my live stream. I did that before. And I didn't open something right away and it was perishable. It didn't say perishable on the box in my defense, but yeah. My top 10 movies. I don't know if I can do my top 10 movies, but I can without a doubt give you my top movie is E.T. After E.T., there's so many that are like up there. Stand By Me, The Goonies, Gremlins. There's so many that I love. Last of the Mohegans. There's so many movies I love. I mean, I can just go on with really good movies. I love Good Will Hunting. I love Great Expectations. The remake. Dracula. Interview with the Vampire. There's so many. The Monster Squad. Shawshank Redemption. The furthest I've ever walked my bike or rode, I walked. I walked. Let me see how long it is. I have to pull it up because I walked from my high school to my friend's house. Yeah, I don't know how many miles, but I can find out right now because it was pretty long. We ended up walking. We were in high school, and we had no way to get back to his house, so we started walking. And in the midst of walking, we were halfway there. We're like, well, this is crazy. We're really doing it. And then one of our friends drove by and offered to give us a ride, and we're like, you know what? We've already come this far, so thanks for the ride, but we're going to keep walking just to say we did it. And I'm glad we did, because I wouldn't have this story to tell you if we didn't do that. Directions. Let's see. Directions from... Well, that's weird. Let's see how many miles that is. Roughly 13 miles we walked. We saved a turtle on the way too. That was when I was in probably 11th grade, maybe. Let's see. Let me read some more questions here. I'm not sure who said good night there. If that was Linda that said, oh, Angela, good night? Good night, Angela. That's so weird you're saying that, Iron Gamer, because I almost watched Crouching Tiger last night. And I love Hero. I saw Hero and Crouching Tiger in the theaters. Lord of the Rings, I saw that in the theaters, all of them. I fell asleep in one of them just because I was stupid. What one was it? Was it The Three Kings? Well, I have my favorite experience was the one I've told you guys this a bunch of times, so I'm not going to tell it again. But it was when I went to see the Two Towers and I saw the cast members. But the third one, I think, was it the third one? Anyway, I stayed up. I was so excited it was coming out that I stayed up like 24 hours before it came out. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to stay up. We're going to have a party. And we're going to go the next day and we're going to see it. And I stayed up. And then the next day I come to the movie theater and I sit in there and I'm like, not because the movie was boring, but because I was deprived of sleep. And that was pretty stupid. I could not keep my eyes open. Have I got stories I haven't told my parents yet? I mean, probably. I have some stories that I want to tell that would be pretty crazy on YouTube that I want to tell. Maybe I'll do that for my video. I'll put a warning. You can watch this or not watch this. I'll tell you what it's about, and then we'll go into detail. Haven't seen Aguirre. I don't know if that's how you say it, though. Oh my God, True Romance, so good. Yes, I love True Romance. I still have the VHS tape of True Romance. So good. I quoted that movie in one of our games. Can't send me. Fucking kill you. And bring back some cleaning supplies. Bring back some cleaning products. Brad Pitt. So many good movies. I have seen House of Flying Daggers. Dude, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, seeing it in the movie theaters, you guys that have seen it, you know what I'm about. It was just, I've never seen a movie like that where it just, the cinematography and the ambience, like especially when they're like up in the bamboo trees, whatever, it was just amazing. It was really good. It was really, really well done. Who's 26 now? Oh, what was I? Oh, yeah, hold on one second here. I was over here. There we go. That's it. I can't believe it. Wow. It's a small picture, but this is the picture of the Fisher Price camcorder, and it worked. This is the one. This was a black and white, right? Like, this wasn't. There was a couple different ones. Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Pretty crazy, if that's the one. Always wanted it. Never got it. John says, I had a lot of fun as a teen, but partied a lot, so I don't remember some of it. I I think I lived in Florida when I saw Crouching Tiger. So here's my story, and I have video to show you at some point too. I saw Twister in the movie theater too, and this is when I did live in Florida. I lived in Sarasota, Florida. I watched Twister, and I remember being like, "Wow, I've never seen any kind. That'd be weird. I've never seen like a Twister ever in my life." And the very next day, we had one right there, and it blew through. Like, I mean, I was recording it, and it went through the neighborhood. Everything was down. It went through like the screen door, the door. It was so loud, like a freight train. And then the next day, I'm like, I can't believe we just watched Twister yesterday, and this happened. Got it on tape. Yeah, they did have a Polaroid camera. They had one where you put it in water or something, and you could reuse them and take pictures. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen. I saw the remake of Old Boy. It's an awesome movie, and then you get to the end, and you're like, "What? This is messed up, beyond messed up." Yeah, Old Boy. I saw the one with Josh Brolin. Yeah, you know what my favorite Helen Hunt movie is? Twister. Gold member. Oh, that was your local weatherman that played the. No, it wasn't a hurricane. It was not. It only lasted for a little bit. I just got to the end of the questions. If you only knew the power of the dark side. That's right, John. John says everybody smash that like button. If you like this, please like it. Smash it. It's only a click away. It's only a click away. You had a rescue kitty named Twist. Was the other kitty's name Shout? Twist and Shout? I've never been in a hurricane. I lived in Florida for a total of about 3 years, and I never experienced a hurricane. How is Rachel? Rachel's good. Thanks for asking. What am I taking for Thanksgiving? I'm not sure because nobody's going really. So I'm think I'm gonna make some of my rolls, which I have a video for. Those are such good rolls, crescent rolls, and probably stuffing. But I have that unturkey roast from Trader Joe's, which, you know, I said in the video that it was really good, but I think the one that I had from Trader Joe's was that Wellington, which is really good. And I don't think I've ever had the turkeyless one. I don't know if that's new or not, but I made a mistake in that last video. I never had this one. I'm sure it's probably good, but I don't know. Whoa, Oren, thank you so much for that super chat. Now I'm really wishing Streamlabs was working, but wow, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I appreciate it so much. A Ferris Bueller reference. When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go. That's funny. I just saw Ferris Bueller lookalike today. All these coincidences coming out. I haven't talked about Ferris Bueller in forever. I see a lookalike today talking all about Ferris Bueller, and there's your reference up there. Rolls are good. Yeah, I only have one. There's only one Trader Joe's in my area, and they've already banned me from doing any video there, which they did that before the pandemic, by the way. I haven't done any videos at any stores since, but that kind of sucks. Tubin, I have a really good recipe for acorn squash. And that's a really old video of ours. It's probably 8 or 9 years old. Maybe even older, maybe 10 years old. But yeah, that's one of that's a really good recipe. And I do have one acorn squash. So I could make 2 of them by cutting it in half. Yeah, I do make those you know, on certain occasions, and they're really good. The Twist and Shout was the Ferris reference? No, I wasn't. Well, it's a song too. That wasn't a Ferris reference. That was just naming them, I was just being dumb. I love cornbread. We also have a cornbread recipe. Cornbread and chili. That's what it was. The Josh Gad Ferris Bueller reunion. I didn't, but I did watch his promo for it. Is that why you guys said it? Oh yeah, I cut my hair last year and it already got pretty long again. You know, I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? What if I just shaved it right off? I'd fool you guys. I don't think anybody has seen me with short hair in a very long time. Because I've had long hair for the past 8 years. Yeah, check it out. I have vegan corn. We started out as only a vegan cooking show. So if you go to the main channel, the Vegan Zombie, you will find so many recipes, like literally hundreds. And we have acorn squash, we have cornbread, I've got the crescent rolls, I got a lot of Thanksgiving recipes. There's tons of stuff. So just type acorn squash vegan zombie and it'll come up. I did see the all right, so maybe it wasn't that, because the guy that was doing maybe I got him wrong. So I do know who Josh Gad is because I did see the Goonies reunion. But the guy that was talking about the Ferris Bueller that I saw, I don't think it was him. It was somebody that looked like Ferris Bueller. I did a Thanksgiving pizza, which is good. That was really good. Oh, hey, Crystal, stopping by before cell phone dies. I always try to have my cell phone. Yeah, I hate that when I'm like, I'm just one click away from my charger. You had a dream that your hair... The rebalancer whose hair is even longer than mine. I did... Yeah, you can stuff anything in there. You can milk anything. I think mine has like a sage stuffing with vegan sausage. I think that's how we made it. By the way, John does the video, but it's my recipe. We did that. We used to do that. John was the face of the show back in the day, but that doesn't mean they were all his. A lot of them, half were his and half were mine. But nobody knew who I was. That's funny you said that Trini, because I was just saying that earlier today. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. I've been just quoting TikTok all day. I have been quoting TikTok. Yes, it was Iron Gamer. D Rabbit is late. It's okay. Come on in whenever. You can always rewatch the stream later on. I do have to get going soon, though. I hope you like this stream, by the way. I mean, we started out with the home movies, which I shared with you guys. Sharing a part of my history, so you can see it, not just hear it. You can hear me talk as a little kid. You love the chocolate cake. Now, that was my mom's recipe, the wacky cake. And John does a reference in there, too. He says, Mrs. Cooney, that's my mom. John? Christopher? I love TikTok. I mean, I just did a TikTok tonight, and I hope you guys... For those of you that have TikTok, go watch it. I hope you like it. I did something like this many years ago on Snapchat, and I thought it was funny, and there was no... I was waiting for the right time to do it, as you will see. There's a reference in it that had to be done this month, and it had to be done on a night like tonight. So I had to do that. It was perfect. I did it. It took me a few takes. Got it done. Yes, if you're just joining us, definitely go back if you like home movies. I did a video with my parents of Now and Then, 40 years difference. And it's the final video is posted. You know what? I can show you the final video minus the music if you want to see that. But watching the video without the music, it doesn't do it justice. You need the music in there. But I can show you how it kind of came out. I could put some other not royalty-free music in there. Hold on. I'll do that real quick. Okay, hold on here. We're going to go back to the Fisher-Price camcorder. And now I'm going to pull up. I got to mute it, so just give me a second. I might have to pause it. Oh, no, I don't have to. Yes, you can watch it on my Facebook. If you go to the Vegan Zombie Facebook, and if you are my friend on my personal one, which I usually don't add people if I don't know them, but if you know me in real life, you can watch it there. If you know me, Vegan Zombie, you can watch it on the Vegan Zombie one. I posted it on Instagram. I posted on Vegan Zombie. And TikTok is the original. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It's only a minute long, so definitely go check it out. I did a before and after with my parents. This is it. I really wish you could listen to music, but you can't, or else this video will be done. So that was me thinking about it. There's me walking up to the house. There's the house back in the 80s. Here's me looking over at my younger self. All the pictures. There's my mom and dad. There's me looking down at me back in 1980. First day of school, kindergarten. Going to school. And walking away. Looking around the living room. All the memories in this living room. There they are. Looking back at the other part of the living room, more There's my dad. There's the broom. There's my dad dancing, singing Frosty the Snowman back in 1980 with a broom. Not the same broom, but that was the Frosty broom. This is definitely sad. There's me and my mom and my brother. She's dancing with us. I'm not going to lie, this is sad. It made me sad. It made a lot of people sad, but in a good way. I think nostalgia is a very thought-provoking emotion. That's kind of my style. Like, that's the reason why I like some of the movies that I like. I can watch a comedy or an action movie and stuff, but movies don't really stick in my brain unless it gives me, like, deep emotion. And E.T. did that for me. And that's one of the reasons why I love E.T. And movies that do that. That's why I wrote a part like that into my movie, hopefully to, embed that in people's heads so they don't forget the movie. I love movies like that. I love emotional movies that can, sometimes they're sad. Some of my favorite movies are movies that make you sad. Not like the whole movie entirely, but maybe a certain part in the movie. And the thing I love about nostalgia is because for me, it's the biggest emotion that I can experience. And I love it because I can remember these thoughts that give me this nostalgia, and it makes me very, very happy that I can remember these good times. But at the same time, it makes me incredibly sad that these they're gone forever. It's like it's the past, And I'm somebody that lives in the present. I live in the present. I look forward to the future, but I live in the present. But I don't forget my past, and I've got a very good memory, and I can bring back these memories. Like, not all my family is like that. Like, my mom's not like that. My brothers aren't like that. My sister's not really like that. My dad's like that. My dad's like that, and I'm like that. We're the ones that preserve the history of our family. Like, I'm the one that saves all the pictures, all the movies. Nobody else in my family. If I put something together, they might be like, "Oh, cool." My mom really liked this video. My dad really liked this video. But, yeah. Dead Poets Society did that to you? Oh, Captain, my Captain. My dad really likes that one. My parents have seen the video. They loved it. I told them that I was going to make this video for them. They had no idea what I was making. I filmed those scenes with them, and they had no idea what I was doing. And I wanted so badly to tell them, my idea, but I held it back. I didn't tell anybody. I made the video, and then I posted it, and they loved it. Yep. I know, I didn't realize it when I was little. You don't realize certain things. You don't realize a lot of things when you're little. And I wish I did, I wish I did. I mean, I had some common sense to know some things in hindsight. But some of those things, I kind of observed a lot of them when I was little. But I realize now how lucky I am to have a lot of these memories on video. Yeah, and but yeah, I realize certain things and I memorize. I've got a really good photographic memory, and I can remember, I can recall a lot of things from my past, and that I think that helps with video making because I want to recreate some of these things. There's a video of my uncle. It was like Christmas, New Year's, or Easter, and they were up from Pennsylvania. They live in Pennsylvania. They were up. It was my dad's brother, and we were at my grandma's house. And my dad brought his movie camera, and my uncle is talking in the movie with my cousin. My cousin was probably 12 at the time. And he says, "Hey, Gregory, say a few words into the camera for posterity so we can look back on this at 15 years in the future." And he's like, "Hello, posterity." He's like, "Do you know who posterity is?" He's like, yes, I do. He goes, who's posterity? He's like, he's a good guy I used to know. He obviously didn't know what it meant, but he's like, okay, you know, like, and then, you know, so 15 years after that, you know, time went on and went on. And I remember that. I'm like, we got to show that to him in 15 years. And we never did. We showed that to him like more like 20 some years. And now it's been literally, you know, almost 40 years since then, since that time that we did that. He might have been a little bit younger than 12. He's a little bit older than me now here. No Ed Gregory, what's up, man? And Craig just walked in and he feels like he came in late because you did. We've been on, how long have we been on anyway? We've been on for a little bit. Just a little bit. It's okay though. We've been on for 85 minutes. So you're not too late. You're only at the very end of the stream. Good old Gregory. I'm trying to catch up here on some of the comments. Yeah, Craig and I did a really fun video for Halloween. If you didn't see that, definitely check it out. It was fun. We froze our butts off trying to make it, and I think we did a good job. I did the behind the scenes, and he did the movie, the cinematography. My dad's brother is how old? He passed away, but he was a couple years older than my dad. Well, I'm almost out of water here, so I think we're gonna have to end the stream. Oh, what do we got here? What am I doing for Christmas? Christmas, that's too far away. I'm not a planner. I'm not a planner, guys. I'm like one of those people. Craig knows. It's like, hey, what are you doing next Friday? I'm like, I don't know. Next Friday? Who knows? Who knows? Did my... Oh, there we go. A symbol then. Thank you for that avocado. And the $3 super chat. I appreciate that. It's always good to look back on. On old movies and stuff, and your past. It's good to know your past. Tubin, seriously, I couldn't agree more. Why do smoke detectors always let you know the battery's dying at 3 a.m? Beep, beep. Seriously. You know, you ever watch videos like some other YouTuber or something, and you hear the beep and you're like, oh no, and you think your smoke detector, it needs battery changing, but it just happens to be a YouTube video, somebody in the YouTube video that is it's theirs going off, not yours. That's happened to me more than once. And that's one of those things where you're like, oh no, and then you find out it's not yours and you're like, oh yes. I do. I live in the moment. I do it off the cuff. I found whenever I tried to plan certain things, nothing goes to plan, but that's life, But the main thing is I think where I really messed up is when I was trying to plan a speech that I was trying, that I would, when I would talk in front of audiences. And that was like my big mishap. Like I screwed up because I tried to memorize my whole speech. And yeah. So when I realized I tried a different routine, and the first time I ever had to speak in public by myself without John was in New York City at a Veg Fest. It was actually, I think, the Seed event, and there was a lot of people there, and I was doing a presentation where I had to speak in front of everybody. So I did naturally what I should have done. I didn't prepare anything. I just said, you know what? All I have to do is tell my story, and there's no better person to tell my story than me because I lived it. So I got up there and I just did my thing and I told my story, and it came out way better than trying to memorize a speech to tell somebody. Because when you memorize a speech, you might say something out of order and you're like, oh, in your brain, you're like, oh, I messed that up. Should I go back? Or what, like, I don't know. You got to uncompartmentalize everything up there. The guy who wrote a cookbook but eats a bag of chips for dinner while gaming. Who did that? What I eat in a day? You guys want me to do more what I eat in a day? You try every year to watch the Macy's from outside the country. Do you live outside the country? That's where I kind of assumed you lived here. Are you in Canada? Is Macy's Parade? I mean, I don't even I don't have like TV channels anymore. Like I haven't watched an actual TV channel in like I don't know how many years. The only thing I would watch on TV was when I would go to my parents was Jeopardy. I'm sad about Jeopardy. I'm sad about Alex. Decade old vegan for eating a day. Yeah, a lot of times I don't plan anything to eat. I'll just go down there and I'll make something up and I'm like, maybe I can. The problem is when I do a what I eat in a day, it's not always the same as any other day. And like, honestly, I'm not, I try to eat like as healthy as I can, but I'm not going to say that I'm always going to eat like the healthiest foods. And I'm not counting my calories either. So I've had people criticize my videos by saying, well, you definitely didn't eat enough calories there. I'm like, what can I say? I was full. Leave me alone. Like, I've been doing this for all of my life and I'm fine. So just like, there's critics out there that, like prevent me from wanting to really do what I eat. And then there's the anti-vegans out there that will make a whole video on it. And it's like, like I do everything for a reason. Like it's all methodical. Like and sometimes my reason is I just simply don't want to do it, but most of the time I did this because of that or this because of that, I make my decisions on the fly. But yeah, so when I do what I eat in a day, it's really annoying to hear everybody have their 2 cents. I'm like, hey, look, I'm only showing you some ideas of what I did today. I got full and I stopped eating. Or, like whatever, well, that's not good for you, Okay. I don't remember if I've tried the Amy's lentil loaf. I might have, but I mean, we're talking about many, many decades of me being vegan. I don't remember everything I've had. There's times when I don't think I've tried something that I actually have, and part of that is, Now, when I say I have a really good memory, I really do. But if I'm not paying attention to something, I'm not going to remember it. Okay? And sometimes, I mean, I've been to a lot of expos. I've tried a lot of foods. And, you know, sometimes you're just not in it anymore. You're just grabbing whatever is going by. Is it vegan? Mwah! You know, is it vegan? Or, you know, like, I just want to get out of here. I've been here all day. But yeah, I remember most of the things I've tried that are vegan. But there has been a few things where I'm like, I don't think I tried that. But then later on, I'm like, you know what? I did try that. And that's a good thing because that just means that there's so many vegan things these days. Because when I started, there was like, we have what? We have Veganese. It's been around for like 40 some years. Tofurkey came out, I think a little bit after I went vegan. The end. No, there's a lot. I mean, let's bring back wheat balls. I haven't seen those in years. Who's the youngest in here? Probably me. I'm young up here. Exactly. We're in an age where there's, you know, too many choices. You know, like what? Well, if I want a burger, what burger am I going to eat? I can have this one, or I could have more of like a burger-like burger. I could have more of like a Whole Foods grain burger. Yeah. Hear my dog? My dog's not amused. Forever 21. I think I tried to stay 23 for a very long time. It was my favorite number, and I'm like 23 is good. And oh yeah, I was 23 before the song 23 came out by Blink-182. I haven't decided yet, but I might do a video on just what I'm making for tomorrow. But it probably won't be posted tomorrow. Maybe Friday? Sorry, I didn't have a video up on the main channel. I did film one today, though, but I don't think I'm going to post it. I didn't really like it. I don't know. You say you're 39 every year. I look 23? Wow, thank you. I should shave the beard and then see. What's my favorite vegan roast? Okay. I've always, I know not everybody loves it, but I've always loved the Tofurkey roast. I love the Tofurkey roast. Obviously, you got to make it right. It can't be dried out. But if it's done right, I really, really love that. I do really also like, I think it's the Gardein roast and the Trader Joe's. I think the Trader Joe's Wellington. And the Tofurkey ham. I just basically gave you almost all of them. But yeah, I think all of those are super good. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I've loved Tofurkey since the beginning. I mean, I've saved all the Tofurkey boxes. I've got the original box that it used to come in, and if you wait 1 second, I can grab it and show you. It was a decent box, so there's no reason no reason to throw it away. So I kept them all. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab it. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I don't know how old this one is, but this was when it came with the little sticks. Let me see if there's a date on this somewhere. There's got to be an expiration date or something on the package. Or is there? Where is it? You guys always ever try to find? You're like, okay, it's like where's Waldo with this expiration date? But these used to come with the tempeh drumsticks and the beef jerky kind of wishbone. And this was the tofurkey box back, I don't know, this is probably 15 or 20 years ago. And I would save them all. So I have a bunch of them, and I used to put like old photos in them. These are old photos. Yeah, some old photos in here. These photos are all from the year 2000. So this is probably 20 years old. Okay, so it says America's #1 turkey alternative since 1995. That's 1 year after I went vegan. So the first year I went vegan, I didn't have the tofurkey. I can't find the expiration date. Maybe this never expired. What do you think? Or maybe it just wore off because it's so old. But anyway, that's it. I have a bunch of these over the years. I don't think they sell them in these nice boxes anymore. Nice cardboard box like that. Tofurkey. And I love Tofurkey because it's an all vegan company. They made their whole facility vegan friendly and eco friendly. The ham is really good. Yeah, the ham is. I did a couple of videos. Just check out those videos of how I cook the ham. I actually followed their recipe. So, yes, the tofurkey had a chocolate cake at one point. They had a brownie. Those drumsticks, the tempeh drumsticks, I didn't like those as much. You could tell they were like the healthier grain, the tempeh, and yeah, never expired. Hum, paper, and box ASMR. A sweet eBay haul. I will send you my vegan memorabilia from 25 years ago. Well, guys, all this food talk is making me hungry. So, you know what that means. The brownie and the gravy. I love brownies, but so I love brownies and I love walnuts, but I don't love walnuts in my brownies. And I think the reason why is because when I was little, I had a brownie with walnuts in it and I got really sick. And I can't have walnuts in any of my baked goods. I can't do it. But I love just snacking on regular walnuts. I love them. So I don't like anything in my brownies except for maybe chocolate chips. What kind of water bottle is this? It's a Tigo. Actually, I got this. They gave it to me at the expo. They have a bunch of different kinds. I also have some. I have a bunch of different ones, but I like this one because it's got this little thing on it, but I'll take it with me everywhere. How many did I eat that I got? Just one. I didn't like it, and I didn't like it. And then they had those like little, what were they Little Debbie or Swiss Miss? They had, not Swiss Miss, Little Debbie brownies, and they had the walnuts on the top. And I used to get those in my, take them to lunch with me when I was in school, when I was a kid. And I would open them up and scrape all the walnuts because they weren't baked in them; they were on top of them. I'd scrape them all off and just eat the brownie like that. Yeah. Well, where are we over? Yeah, we're over an hour and a half here, so I'm gonna get going because I'm getting hungry. But we had a good chat tonight. I hope you guys liked the videos. I hope you guys liked this overall chat. If you did, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you're watching this after the fact, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chats, guys. That definitely helps me out. And I guess that's it. Everybody have a great night and a great holiday. Be safe. Definitely be safe. Watch out for the zombies because you can't be safe enough these days. But anyway, I will see you guys soon. Good night.